Are you excited for the new season of Demon Slayer? Season 4 is finally here, and today I'll explain the episode with real clips from the show. So grab some popcorn and let's start. The first episode of the Hashira Training Arc begins with Sanemi and Obanai chasing a demon who has kidnapped a woman. Sanemi and Obanai kill other demons, but the one who captured the woman tries to run away. He leaves the woman behind and jumps into the Infinity Castle. Sanemi and Obanai are probably the first Hashira to see the Infinity Castle. The demon manages to escape, and the castle disappears. The scene shifts to the Demon Slayer headquarters, where Ubuyashiki calls for a Hashira meeting. Ubuyashiki is sick, so Amane takes his place. Sanemi tells the Mist and Love Hashira that he is jealous because they have defeated Upper Moons. Then Amane arrives in place of Ubuyashiki. She informs the Hashira that Nezuko has conquered the sun, which intrigues Muzan because his goal is also to conquer the sun. Before we continue, I'd like to ask for your support. Our channel is about 400 hours away from getting monetized. Please help us by liking this video. Your one like could help make someone's dream come true. Amane wants to know about the new marks on Mitsuri and Muichiro's faces. Muichiro explains the conditions required to awaken these marks. Amane tells the Hashira that they all need to awaken these marks. She also orders them to train other Demon Slayer members who are below the rank of Hashira. In the next scene, we see Tengen Uzui training Demon Slayer members. He calls it basic training, although it doesn't look basic at all. Compared to other Demon Slayers, Tanjiro is doing quite well. Tanjiro receives a letter from Ubuyashiki, who asks him to convince Giyu to participate in the Hashira Training Arc. Tanjiro goes to Giyu's house, but Giyu doesn't want to talk to him. After many attempts, Giyu finally tells Tanjiro the reason. He shares his backstory, where his friend Sabito saved him from a demon but, unfortunately, died. Since then, Giyu has felt he is not worthy of becoming a Hashira. Tanjiro tells him not to waste Sabito's sacrifice, and Giyu then agrees to participate in the Hashira Training Arc. At night, Tengen trains the Demon Slayer Corp members, challenging them to land a hit on him, but no one succeeds. Tengen then sends Tanjiro back because he has passed his training. In the next scene, Muichiro is seen beating his students. Then Tanjiro arrives, which makes Muichiro happy. Later, Muichiro goes to meet Obanai and Sanemi, where he fights both of them using wooden swords for training. The next day, after some training, Muichiro tells Tanjiro that he has passed his training. Next, Tanjiro goes to train with Mitsuri. She makes pancakes for him and gives him and the other students their training uniforms. First, they have to dance to music. Then, she stretches each trainee's legs, which looks quite painful. After passing her training, Tanjiro arrives at Obanai's training center, where he sees students tied up to poles. Obanai tells him to hit him through the gaps between the poles. Tanjiro hesitates because he doesn't want to hit any Demon Slayer Corps members. Finally, he imagines himself in a forest and lands a hit on Obanai's Haori. He passes the training and moves on to Sanemi's training center. During Sanemi's training, he beats his students all day, especially Tanjiro. Later, we see Genya talking to his brother Sanemi, where he reveals that he ate a demon and gained its powers. When Sanemi hears this, he attacks Genya. Tanjiro saves Genya and asks Sanemi why, if Genya isn't his brother, he is forcing him to leave the Demon Slayer Corps. This angers Sanemi, and they start to fight. As a result, Tanjiro gets banned from Sanemi's training. After getting banned, Tanjiro is welcomed by Gyome. Gyome tells him that in his training, they first have to stand under a waterfall, then pick up heavy logs, and finally move a boulder. After several attempts, Tanjiro passes the waterfall and log tests, but is unable to move the boulder. Genya arrives and advises Tanjiro that to move the boulder, he needs to think about a traumatic event from his past. Tanjiro remembers the scene where Muzan slaughtered his family. With this motivation, he moves the boulder. Seeing this, Inosuke also manages to move a boulder. In the next scene, we see that Upper Moon 4, Nakime, tells Muzan that she has discovered 60% of the Demon Slayer areas. If you don't know, Nakime has been spying on the Demon Slayers for a long time using small eye demons. From a distance, Zenitsu freaks out after seeing Tanjiro and Inosuke moving a boulder. He then receives a letter delivered by his bird. In the following scene, Gyome shares his backstory with Tanjiro. He reveals that he was running an orphanage when one of the children gave away its location to a demon to save his own life. The demon killed all the children in front of his eyes, except for one. Gyomei fought all night to save that child from the demon. She got so scared that when people arrived in the morning, she told them that Gyomei was the one who killed all the children. He was then jailed, but Ubuyashiki saved him. Gyomei thanks Tanjiro for saving the villages instead of his sister. Tanjiro replies that his sister told him to do that, so he isn't worthy of his thanks. Gyomei is impressed by his honesty and congratulates him for passing his Demon Slayer test. Tanjiro then goes to meet Zenitsu, who is meditating. Zenitsu looks completely different from usual. After some flashy fights between Sanemi and Giyu for training purposes, Sanemi, while returning, sees Nakime's eye demons following him. In the next scene, we witness the iconic entry of Muzan into Ubuyashiki's house. After some chit-chat, Ubuyashiki blows himself up along with his wife and daughters. This leaves Muzan looking like a roasted chicken, but he regrows his limbs in no time. Tamayo traps him using large thorns with her blood demon art, then stabs her hand into Muzan. Muzan absorbs her hand. Tamayo tells him that he has absorbed her hand, which contains a medicine that can turn demons into humans. Gyomei attacks Muzan and blows his head off. All the other Hashira arrive, and Gyomei tells them that this is Muzan, and they must stop him until sunrise. All the Hashira attack Muzan. Muzan smiles, then the Infinity Castle opens, pulling all the demon slayers inside it. We also see Zenitsu, who is ready for battle. This is where the Hashira Training Arc in Season 4 ends. I hope you understood everything. I didn't discuss every single detail to avoid making the video too lengthy. Thanks for watching!